You know what? We're just going to enjoy this moment. I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to get on this plane, go back to Philadelphia. We're going to celebrate with our fans back in Philly. We got a long off season. Well, really a short off season now. We're just going to enjoy this moment. I'm happy for Nick. I'm happy for the team. It's not about one guy. It's about the team. And like I said, we're gonna enjoy these next few days.
Shannon, what should Philly do with throw them Foles?
We ain't got to do nothing. We got him under contract for another year. But I don't know if we're gonna talk about this later. But I don't know if you saw it, Joy. Tom Brady didn't shake the winning quarterback hand. He walked out the field. I wonder if we're going to criticize him like they did Cam Newton for not shaking Peyton Manning's hand. But I'm going to let that go. We're going to talk.
Go ahead,
Skip. We're going to do that another time. You and I, we'll have a segment, just you and I, where we're going to criticize Tom for not shaking hands.
They also said Tom passed in the corridor, Matt Patricia, as Tom was on his way to his media session, and Matt reached out his hand and tried to shake with Tom and commiserate. And Brady just ignored him and walked on.
And plus, I'm also waiting on Tom versus Time, episode 7. That's the one I want to see, Joe. You want to see that one too, don't you, Joey?
Well, did they release episode 6? No. So there you go.
I'm waiting on 7. Because 7, we're going to have this all packaged in there,
Oh, no, this will be in 6, don't worry.
Oh, no, okay. I just want to see one of the episodes. Skip, I'm not doing anything. Because what we found out, that the injury that Carson Wentz suffered was worse than we previously thought. Not only did he tear his ACL, he tore his LCL. Because remember, that was also what RG3 did. So I don't have to do anything. I'm holding on to him because I don't know how healthy Carson's going to, when he gets back, how healthy he's going to be. I'm in no mood. Because guess what, Skip? The one thing we know about Nick Foles, his value won't decrease. Because the last time someone saw him, he threw for 373, 3 touchdowns, and he was lifting the Lombardi Trophy. So his value, whether he plays in the preseason, where he plays, we don't have to worry about that. Let's see where Carson Wentz is. Yeah, I mean, if he's on schedule, maybe if he's tracking well by the draft time, you might think about it. But Skip, guess what? The Patriots traded Jimmy Garoppolo at the trade deadline for 2. What Nick Foles gonna get? If Nick Foles were free, somebody would give him $20 million, Skip. After what he did last night, he would literally get, because Joe Flacco got $20 million for that playoff run. He would get $20 million. But Skip, I wouldn't do anything because I don't know how healthy and how soon Carson Wentz is going to be healthy. That's a great luxury to have. But I tell you, when the true quarterback controversy would happen, Carson Wentz is not healthy to start the season. Nick Foles goes in there. They're 7-0. They're 6-1 when Carson is fully healthy. Now you got a controversy. Skip, it's offseason. We ain't got nothing. They get ready to go to the combine. They about to turn up for real, Joy. Now, Doug Peterson and that staff, Deuce Staley, they about to turn up for real. But Skip, I'm not doing anything because I don't have to. And I don't know how soon and how well Carson's going to recover from this injury, that ACL and LCL tear. I'm not doing anything with Nick Foles. Nick Foles is on the books for $7.5 million. I'm sure the owner, Jeffrey Lurie, has no problem. As a matter of fact, he might give him a raise to $10 million or $10.5 million. Because that's what I would do. If I'm old Jeffrey Lurie, how long they've been started, they haven't won a championship football team since 1960.
You should call Jeffrey this afternoon.
Mr. Lurie. Yeah. Oh, you know what I also learned? You could have protesters on your roster and make it to the Super Bowl.
And win the Super Bowl.
Oh, but the Wizards, because Chris Long, he won an award. I think he won the Wizard White Award or something. Malcolm Jenkins been protesting, trying to bring the eyes and conversation about the injustices that he see in America.
He was really good.
Oh, yeah. He was protesting. But never mind. Go ahead, Skip.
So, I am enjoying this question greatly.
Yeah, I know you are.
As a Dallas Cowboy fan, this is going to be something to watch because the Eagles are in some trouble here. It's good trouble. It's the kind of trouble most teams want to have.
We'd love to have it.
But it's trouble nonetheless because Nick Foles has now played not 1 or 2, but he's played 4 playoff games at an extremely high level in all 4 of them. Even the Atlanta game where he made one very ill-advised throw that should have been picked off.
Right.
But even against Atlanta, he was, 23 of 30 for 246. That's pretty good.
You can live with that.
Against Atlanta? Yeah, okay. And last night, he was special good.
He was even better last night than he was against Minnesota. And we thought he couldn't play any better than that.
So you and I have gone back and forth about Nick Foles for weeks on end on the show, and I've told you that Nick Foles is a starter. And you said, no, he's just a backup. But
No, that was Case Keenum. You like Case Keenum. I like Nick Foles better.
I don't think so, but whatever. Okay, I'll give you that one. But let's go back to why did Nick Foles get branded a career backup? It's because after his one big breakthrough year in which he threw 27 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions and had one 7-touchdown game against the Raiders.
Yep.
7 touchdown passes? That was under Chip Kelly. Then he went to St. Louis to be the savior in St. Louis of the Rams while they were still there. And he got Jeff Fisher like every other quarterback. How many quarterbacks got ruined or wrecked by Jeff Fisher? Start with Vince Young, okay?
So if we go back to that,
Jared Goff.
how good could Steve McNair had been? Because he won an MVP under Jeff Fisher.
He did.
Had he not. But go ahead, rest his soul.
Rest his soul. But Steve McNair was a running back playing quarterback.
Yes.
So it was pretty simple what they were doing because they just, well, you saw it up close and
Yes.
personal in that playoff game at Tennessee.
Yeah.
That they're just going to try to out-physical you even with their quarterback.
Right.
Was he not a tough man? Whew.
Yeah, and that's what ended up breaking him down.
I know. I got it. I got it. But other than that, Jeff Fisher has ruined or wrecked careers. And it looked like he was ruining Jared Goff
Yes.
until he got fired. And, you know, the rest is award show
Yes.
history, honors history, right?
Had the offensive player of the year and the defensive player of the year
And the coach of the year.
and the coach of the year.
Yep.
The year after Jeff Fisher.
Okay, I got it. So if I just told you, I asked you this the other day, if I just sat back and I told you, I got this quarterback over here, this Joe Smith guy, and he's thrown for his career 69 touchdown passes to only 30 interceptions, you'd say, I think I want that guy.
Right.
That's a pretty big body of work, 69 to 30. And if I told you that guy in the playoffs, in the postseason, 4 games, he was 8 touchdowns to only 1 interception. And if I told you that 1 interception, which happened last night, was just bad luck.
Yeah.
It was just bad luck. Because Alshon had it for a moment in one hand and he couldn't quite control it. And then he accidentally just tips it up and Deron Harmon comes down with it.
Yep.
Was that not a bad luck interception?
Bad luck. Very bad luck.
So if I told you that guy was out on the open market, you'd say, I'll give a 1 for him, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He could be a
Oh,
star.
I believe so. I believe
That's
if they
what
would
I'm
have put him
saying.
up, because Skip, they don't have it because of the Wentz trade.
Yeah.
They don't have a second. Because of the Darby trade, they don't have a third.
Yeah.
So they might do something, but Skip, I would be very hard pressed to do it for the simple fact we don't know. You remember, ACL and LCL. And I know with the advent of medicine and all the technology they have, guys do come back quicker. But I'm erring on the side of caution because I believe Carson Wentz is their future.
I agree, but this is where the dilemma looms. Can Carson Wentz, playing the way he's just going to play, I don't think you can sort of teach it out of him or coach it out of him. He's going to try to make plays with his legs.
Yeah.
And he is a big boy, man. He's what's he go, 250, maybe even 260?
He's a big kid.
Yeah,
He's a big
he's Roethlisberger big,
Yes.
and a little quicker at this point in his career and faster than Ben is. And he'll try some things, as he did against the Rams out here in Los Angeles, where he dives into the end zone, and unfortunately, he gets his knee wrecked. So are you trusting that you can keep him healthy going forward? Because I don't. And again, if I just eye test what I saw from Nick Foles in these 3 playoff games,
Yeah.
I just don't believe Carson Wentz could have played at this level because this is rare air, man. What he just did, those throws he was making last night,
Did you not watch?
those were things of beauty.
Did you not watch Carson in the regular season?
I saw it.
He
I
was
saw
30
it.
He was 33-7.
Okay.
So he was playing unbelievable.
He was playing at a high
it's-
level.
Skip, it's
but there's
real-
just something about watching him. He's just a little frenetic, a little skittish, a little, I'm not sure I'm just going to will this ball in there. This guy's making reads and throws that are indefensible.
Carson Wentz led the NFL in QBR.
I know.
The stat that you love.
I got it. I got it.
So
I'm just saying they got on a roll because the same Carson Wentz a year before was pretty awful.
he was a rookie.
Yeah, okay.
Remember?
Right.
That's what
So
happened.
was Dak Prescott.
Yeah, Skip. And okay, so where was Dak's teams this year? Oh, I forgot Sean Lee.
Yeah.
So you know what? That's what I. That's
Dak
what I blame.
Prescott's QBR
I blame.
fell, yeah.
I blame Sean Lee and Kevin Love
Yeah.
for Tom Brady dropping that pass.
Just to the point about Dak
Kevin Love out
Prescott
of
being
this.
on your flight last night, did you tell him that you gave him an F for the season?
You know, we was talking.
yeah.
I was telling. I was telling.
F for the season, and yet his QBR dropped from 3rd a year ago to 4th this year.
Let me-
That is horrible.
if you don't
That's
mind me-
worthy of a flunk grade.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Where does his win-loss total drop from last year to this year? Because at my restaurant, Joe, I was open late last night. Because they were coming in, man, the Phillies, man, hey, I made enough money that I can close for the rest of the year now, Joey.
Yeah.
Because I was serving them hot dubs.
Did you have to give them a discount because they knew that you picked against them?
No. They say, hey, they say you.
They forgave you?
They say we know you love Philadelphia. We love you. You love Pennsylvania. Once in a lifetime player. Skip, I'm not doing anything with Nick Foles. He's only $7.5 million, and I know that's a lot of money for a backup. But and this is what I said about the Eagles. They have a very good team because I'm not sure anybody else could have lost a quarterback of the caliber of Carson Wentz.
Yep.
The backup comes in with 2 games and do what he did.
Look, let's make this point. Doug Peterson is at the top of the list of play callers in this league, so he's done great things with both of those
he's number one. As far as aggressiveness, he's number one.
But I think Carson Wentz's MVP case got undercut last night when his backup won the MVP. So you say, well, maybe it's more about this offense than Doug Peterson.
It's a team game, remember? Because remember, Tom Brady, his deep. See, the thing is what we look at, Coach. Yeah, the defense gives up a lot of yards, but they were 5th in points allowed. So it wasn't the yards that were getting them beat. It was the points that was helping them win. Now you give up 537 yards and 41 points. That will get your butt handed to you because you gave up 538 and 42 points in opening night. So it was just a precursor. There's an awful lot of similarities. Doug Peterson under that Andy Reid, that's Andy Reid's system. That's a lot of the West Coast stuff.
Yep.
But Skip, I'm not doing anything with Nick Foles because I don't have to.
I am rooting as a Cowboy fan for the Eagles to trade Nick Foles. Please. Trade him.
If your team is what you say they are,
I want to see Carson Wentz going so low. That's what I want.
He did it.
Yeah,
33-7.
I fear Nick Foles more than I fear Carson Wentz.